Okay. We're all here. Great. Just buff wisdom and then we can go whenever you get a moment. Do you have the free blessing? If you do, we can just do that inside. Okay, once you get buffed with wisdom, you can go inside. Is there anyone on bench, by the way, now, besides Oopshi? Okay, once you're inside, don't go to the left or the right, just stand in the middle, because you could pull ads. Don't go too forward, because there is a padding.
Dismiss pets.
Golly, you want to stand in center here and dismiss your pet.
Okay.
Before you pull aggro and kill the red.
So a little bit about the trash. They are taunt immune, so don't use all your abilities DPS at the very beginning, and use threat dropping abilities if you have any on cooldown. Please do that. The ads cleave, like 360 cleave, and they have a fire nova. So melee, if you have really low health, highly suggest you to throw on some stamina or fire resistance. Otherwise, if you see that you're really low, you might want to just move out, like move 15 yards away and wait for the healers to heal you up, or use bandage. If you're ranged and you get aggro at any point, run to the tanks. Run away from ranged, run to the tanks. If you are ranged and you don't have aggro, make sure you're stacking with star if you're confused about where to stand. But otherwise, just stand at least 35 yards away and you should be okay. Okay, Zest. Alright, we're missing bow on shamans and mages. Can we have bow on shamans and mages? And then we can, tanks, you can move forward and we can go soon. Again, please watch your threats. Don't use all your abilities at the very beginning. Stand behind tanks at all times. Alright, we're ready. Carl, when you get a moment, please do judgment assignments.
Well, I can be done double pull.
Okay, come back up, and unless you're busy, then just let me know.
Double pull, I'm tanking the other
Double
one.
pull.
Okay,
Separated.
We need to split them.
Blacksmith, move away. Don't stack them. You're killing people. Thank you.
Melee, if you're low, just back off because they're separated. If you get threat as range, please run to the tanks.
They can be disarmed, so warriors disarmed.
Set that. Especially for the DPS.
Anatoly, can you please do curse assignments between you and Moonlight? Solo buffs on Teddy, please. Oh shit, I need water.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you. Kill Beartrap.
What raid are you guys in today?
Onyxia.
Onyxia and World Bosses.
Oh,
Afterwards.
nice, awesome.
At the moment, we are working our way towards Onyxia, that if you would like to come to World Bosses, there's probably a DPS that could replace off her bench. You probably already have gear, and you can move to villages.
Get on belt.
I'll try. I can't do Onyxia anyway. I'm not attuned, so. It's awesome that we got loot off the boss that we killed, though.
Dude, thank
Yeah.
God.
Pretty cool looking model too, honestly. Even if it's not
Yeah, it is.
the greatest weapon, the model's pretty sick.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm glad
Me
it's
neither.
controversial. I guess that's a good thing.
That's nice weapon.
I think it's
Most
one of
of
those
it-
things where it looks so dumb it's cool.
Where did they show the loot?
It's in the
There's a
Cope Discord. In the Cope Discord in the Loot Shredder channel or something.
No, in general. I see a
I
picture.
posted it in general because apparently not everybody can see that link, so.
Oh.
Yeah, if you were not present for the kill, then just look at general.
The total loot was that,
Loot dragon. Oh my gosh, look at all these horde paladins.
this race is showing
It
itself.
doesn't reduce your armor, it
Yeah,
just
it makes-
ignores 10% of the enemy's armor. That's pretty nice.
I don't
The
know
fuck,
if
it looks
works.
sick.
Some people assume that it could also work with range
Stay back.
attacks.
Stay back.
When was the loot
taking-
given out? I thought it was
Not being
Tomorrow?
given yet.
Hold.
It's being bid yet at the moment.
Yeah, but I think that sword model has already been released, so.
It used to be
that's how it
the
goes.
Ashara Crater Saw Blade, but they swapped it to the what's the name? The very exalted like sword is now this by Beartrap, so swapped around the models.
Okay, that's it, right? Recall totems.
Gold totems and go to the entrance of Onyxia's Lair.
Yep, hug the left. Zest. You can start bumping shadow protection when you're ready, please. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go over tactics here. So, you have ticking, buffs, whatever, you can log for now. So, okay, Onyxia, 3 phases. Very similar to in vanilla, except a few different added mechanics here. In phase 1 and 3, I'll talk about 3 again, but in phase 1, their threat is the most important mechanic, threat. So, there is a debuff called Threatening Gaze. I will say your name in the voice if you get this debuff. That just means you have to stop healing and stop DPSing on Onyxia. If you're DPS, you can still DPS whelps, but you cannot generate any threat towards Onyxia. So ideally, just stop all actions when I call your name. We're all gonna stack on the same side. On the left side, looking straight ahead, we're all gonna stack on the same side, the left one, when we pull her, after we position her. So if you pull threat, doesn't matter if you're melee, doesn't matter if you're ranged, or a healer even, if you pull threat, she will look at you, and she will flame breath the raid, and we will wipe. So during phase 1, it's very important to just slow DPS. Very, very slow DPS. Don't use Exo. Redditans have been the most troublesome in the past year, but if at any point you do get threat as melee or ranged, just run to the northern side, the northernmost side, immediately to face her away from the raid. Okay, so threat is the most important mechanic, and the number one reason why we have wiped on Onyxia in the past is because of threat. So watch your threat. So let the tanks build threat on her during phase 1 as well, because she's not tauntable. Okay, so very, very slow DPS. At 65%, this is when she starts taking off into the air into phase 2. When she's flying into the air, this is your moment to use all cooldowns, use all everything to blow your DPS on her. Even if you're a healer, put your dots on her at this point. So, because threat is not an issue once she takes off into the air. Now phase 2 begins. Okay, during phase 2, she has a mechanic called Deep Breath. If you don't really understand what this is, all you need to know is you need to look at the mini-map, and when I say move to the safe zones, you move to the pinged areas on the mini-map. You move to the pinged areas on the minimap during phase 3. Those are the safe areas. Their deep breath is orange. So once there's an announcement that she will do it, it will take 5 seconds for you to get to the safe area to avoid the deep breath. That's why you have to be near the safe zone in the first place, because you only have 5 seconds to move there as a warning. Every time she moves, I'll ping the new safe area so you can go ahead and be near there. When you get to the safe area, do not stack on top of each other. Make sure you're at least like 5 yards away from the next raider. Especially if you're a healer, make sure you're not stacked with anybody, and do not stack on top of healers. She throws conflagrating fireballs at random targets during phase 2 the whole time until she does deep breath. In the 5 seconds that she's doing the deep breath, she will not do that. So when it's deep breath time, I'll say deep breath, get to the safe zone, stack. You can stack. Otherwise, do not stack. Just stand near the safe zones, but don't stack. Otherwise, she's going to throw a fireball, like 10 people are going to get conflagrated, the healers are going to be conflagrated, and we can't heal through all that. Okay? Healers, if you have Vial Balloon Sight, it is recommended here, in my opinion. Okay. Once the range DPS pretty much take care of Onyxia in phase 2, she will come back down, I think, at 35%. Stop DPS during phase 3. Stop DPS when she starts flying down, basically. Why? Because it's a threat reset. You need to let the tanks build their threat again. Shamans, you want to use Tremors during phase 3. This is phase 3. So as soon as she starts making her way down, drop your Tremor Totems, I'll remind you. And I will reshuffle the Shamans at that point to be in the tank and the healers group. But for now, they can stay in the DPS groups. So, during phase 3, Threatening Gaze, the same thing in phase 1, becomes an issue again. So threat is very important in phase 3. You want to stop DPS when she's flying down and let the tanks just build some threat before you use your abilities. Watch your threat. Again, if I call your name out, that means you have Threatening Gaze, and I forgot to mention what it does, but it actually increases your threat by like a bunch. So I forget the exact number, so just stop all actions towards her. Do not heal. If you have ticking hots or dots on her, or raiders, that's fine, but don't put new ones on. Okay, that's basically it. In phase 3, she'll have an AoE fear, and she will also, there's RNG fire coming out at the ground, so that's a really good time to re-up your GFPP right as phase 3 starts. Also, fire resistance is recommended for healers. Okay, that's everything, except for basic things that apply to all 3 phases. Do not ever stand in front of her. Her conal frontal flame breath is actually really wide, so just don't be in like her front side at all, ever. Her tail, she has a tail swipe. Do not ever stand behind her. So always stand to the left or right. One more thing is that generally stay away from the southern area where we're standing right now. As soon as we pull her, all the trash that we just cleared will respawn, and one of the pats actually pats like all the way in here, and they have a huge aggro range. So just generally stay away from the southern side if at all possible. Okay, sure, Tyron. That's it. Sagalo, you can log in. When we pull her, we will move as a unit. We will move on star. Do not pass tanks. Do not pass star. Main tanks today, I guess Ashtina and Sagalo. Is that okay? Okay. All right. Norpa is already in a tank group. Okay, let me. Okay, that's fine. We will try it like that. Oh, and let me do, sorry, tank and healer assignments. Okay, I want group 1 tanks, I want you to go to the right side, the eastern side during phase 2, If you are a single target healer, please, let me split up the healers actually a bit more. Okay, single target healers. Group 8 to the right during phase 2. Group 8 to the right, the eastern side, during phase 2 only. Group 7 to the left, western side. Group 7 to the left, western side. If I think that's all the healers. Okay. Okay, ready check, please. Myself. Stack on star when you've used all your consumes and you're ready.
You myself.
It's GFPP.
Could we refresh Might and Warriors? It's about to
Hold
run.
on, remite, please remite. Any other
Thank
buffs
you.
falling off, let me know. Stack on star when you're ready, please. Stack on star unless you're asking Ashtina or Sagalo, please. Stack on star, stack closer on star. Right on top of star, please. Stack on star when you're ready. No players are AFK, so stack on star, please. We're gonna move together, please stack on star. I'm gonna move up a little bit, so restack. Stack on star, please.
How are people clicking the ready check, but they're just standing there?
I have no idea.
Autism.
Stack on star, please. Hasaru, Luther, Tyrone, Ismagora.
Come on, y'all are all
God damn,
veterans.
man.
Hasaru.
Hasaru.
Snorting Zugs with all three hands.
Hasaru, make sure totems are recalled, by the way. Hasaru.
Hasaru, come on.
It's like, yeah, they press yes on the ready check and then they go do something. Okay.
Fucking hell.
Alright, we're ready. We're gonna go together. Move with star. Do not pass tanks. Do not pass star. Do not stand in front of her. Do not stand behind her. Flexor, no actions. Cell, no actions. Slow DPS, please. Oh, I'm lagging. There will be whelps. Egg morphing, no actions, please. Whelps. Whelps.
I need to get closer.
Slow DPS. Winoki.
I'm out of
Me.
room.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I can't do that yet. That ability isn't
Can
ready.
we, make her straighter? She's a little slanted.
That ability
Yes,
isn't
perfect,
ready.
thank you.
She can do whatever she wants.
Carl,
She doesn't have to be straight.
do
She's
CDs.
just trying something different.
Healers put dots. Okay, at the start it will be left and right always. So
Brand Warriors.
anywhere along the left or western walls, you are good.
I get conflict.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Okay, she's moving. Safe zones, new safe zones, top left, bottom right, top left, bottom right. Move close to those areas, please. Top left, bottom right. Do not stack on one another. Okay, she's moving. Get ready for new safe zones as soon as she stops. Okay, she's straight right, so north and south. Anywhere along the northern or southern wall, stay away from the tunnel.
Yeah, Dragon can. Yeah.
Lady, your pets are back.
Deep breath, make sure you're north or
Breath.
south.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Gotta do really yes conflict things here.
Okay,
Oh, mate.
go north and south for now.
That's amazing.
Oh, wisdom.
Save in case.
She's
Remus.
moving down. Stop DPS. Stop DPS. Wait. Use tremors, shamans. Re-up GFPP.
I only came in with one.
That ability isn't ready.
GXP, stop all actions. Or hit whelps.
I can't
Radix. Cell.
Can't do that.
Turner, please, Bear. Turner.
Turn it around. There you go. Thanks for being watching and stuff. This is funny. Kind of totally moment.
Eden.
Turner north.
Yeah, good. Warlock hands.
Oh,
Not ready yet.
Fine.
nice.
Many whoops!
Need more work. Target.
Alright, that was sad. We went from like 2 to 20 deaths. Okay. Alright, rest the dead. Remember there's 2 heads of Onyxia, one for Horde, one for Ally. When Carl bids them out, he will mention which one. So just make sure you're bidding for the right one.
Play day. Alright, I'll just keep moving. Look, once my
6 demon bag.
Okay, if you do not need any loot, we have 1 Horde mage, 1 Ally mage. You please portal to Darnassus and Thunder Bluff, please. And mages, please stick around for as long as possible.
Oh, the hood. That's the only piece I don't have.
And let me
The
think.
white hood?
It's
Awesome.
burnt hood.
Get it, it goes for cheap.